My dear viewers, I welcome you back to my YouTube channel, The World of Least Explored Phenomena. In my previous series, the series 1, you must have seen the videos on parapsychology, a subject which is least known and least explored. The subject dealt in telepathy, that is, mind to mind connection, clairvoyance, that is, seeing through mind's eyes, precognition, mind exploring the future, psychokinesis, mind influencing the matter, and life after death. That is, whether we continue living after we die. The subject fields were very interesting, and the videos captured the research done so far in each of these fields and what could be the way forward. We had also lived a fantasy where we had seen how the world will look like after we have achieved all these capabilities. If you happen to miss the videos, I request you to please go through my YouTube channel and just enjoy those videos. Now we are up to the second series, which is also on least explored phenomena, but it is not a paranormal phenomena. It is taken from our day-to-day life. It is about the workplace management, and this field also is not explored very well. We come out from the colleges and enter into the work arena, but we find it very difficult to meet the challenges. This series will help those budding managers and entrepreneurs to meet those challenges which they face when they are entering into the workplace. We have already had many sessions. There have been already 8 videos on the subject, and now we are to the ninth video. The episodes which we have already covered are transformational stages in one's life, that is, the learning stages which happen as we grow in our life. What is the meaning of workplace, and what are the types of workplaces where we work? We had gone to the main heart of the topic, that is managing people at the workplace. Now we are already had many sessions on people management, and we had seen so many aspects of people management we have discussed. People are very difficult to deal with. They are different from machines, and it is very difficult to manage them because there is no single button which makes a person do what you like. We had seen the principles of management in which we had discussed uh, these aspects which were already covered. Leading by example, do what you preach, be critically observant. The effective communication is the vital part of principles of managing people. You must have a good listening capability, firm courage of conviction, ability to protect your people, ability to resolve conflicts, ability to motivate people, integrity. You should be ruthless when needed. Feedback is the backbone of principles of managing systems leadership. Now we are to the last aspect of managing people, that is teamwork and team building. We shall be discussing about this last aspect, which is again a very important aspect of principles of managing people. What is the meaning of a team? This will be the scope of presentation where we will discuss what is the meaning of team, effectiveness of team versus individual, why a team is required, why individuals cannot perform all the tasks, why the need of team is arisen, what are the types of team, what is the meaning of teamwork, what is the importance of teamwork, what is team building, what are stages of team building, and the characteristics of a successful team. These will be the aspects which I will be covering in today's video. Let us understand what is team. Team is a group of people pooling their skills, talents, and knowledge, and they have mutual support and resources, and they work towards achieving a common shared goal. Members possess skill sets which are complementary to each other. A team is a formal group of interdependent individuals responsible for achieving common objectives. A team generates synergy through coordinated efforts. We know very well what are the different examples. You have a cricket team, you have football team, tennis team, you have teams made for special occasions like a disaster team, you have managerial team at your workplace, and you have policy making team. Team is a group of people, but every group of people is not a team. There is difference. What is the difference between a group and a team is that if you have a team, the members have complementary skill sets. If you have a group, there may be members who are just on ad hoc basis, they may not have complementary skills. Degree of mutual respect or support is built in a team, which may be absent in a group. The norms of behavior are decided and all people follow the norms in a team. Group may be random behavior. Role of trust is very important in the team, which may be absent when you are in a ordinary group. What is a team is well brought out in the next video which I am playing before you. Just watch.
Welcome. This is the first video in our course on teams. So in this video, we need to define our basic term and answer the question, what is a team? There are a lot of definitions of a team, so I'll start by sharing mine. A team is a small number of people who collaborate to achieve a shared goal. The keys to this definition are three things. Firstly, a small number of people. Secondly, collaboration. And third, the shared goal. Let's look at them one at a time. We'll start with a small number of people. What do we mean by small? Well, I guess it's like a piece of string. There's no answer to the question how long it is, but I think we can get an intuitive grasp by looking at the kind of teams we're familiar with. Sports teams, service teams, organisational teams. They typically run up from anything like 2, 3 or 4 people to perhaps a maximum of around about 20. The smallest teams are probably teams of 3 or 4. In sport, there are lots of examples of teams of 4, and the same is true in military units, that the smallest common team is a team of 4, the fire team in many different special operations units. At the top end, we see sports teams of 13, 14, 15, and even in American football, with which I'm not very familiar, the field team is not huge, even if the whole team is a very large team. Even in politics, if we look at cabinet government and the executive of a lot of democratic states, we find that once you get close to 20, we reach a limit. So a small number of people is typically anything from 4 to 20 people. The next term to look at is collaboration, and this is all about the group of people working together in a way that is interdependent. If I can assign a task to the first person, another task to the second, and a third task to another person, and they can go off and do those tasks on their own, they're not a team. But as soon as they have to collaborate and work together, that brings them into a more of a team structure. And finally, there's the idea of a shared goal. If the team shares an aspiration or a goal or a set of objectives, then it needs to share that commitment to achieving them, and that also means that the team members need to hold one another accountable for their contributions towards that shared goal. Therefore, if you take a small number of people, you ask them to achieve something together to which they are all committed and which requires cooperation and collaboration and interdependent working, then you will forge a team. Well,
So we have seen it brings out three things which are important in a team, that it is comprised of a small number of people, that is a group of people. They collaborate, that is the second aspect, and they have a shared goal. When people come together with complementary skill sets and they collaborate, cooperate, and support each other with a mutual trust, the, towards the end, that is a shared goal. That is the meaning of team. But team, why it is needed? Why we need a team? Why can't a individual perform all the tasks? Why a individual cannot achieve a goal? That is question about me versus we. Why we? Let's examine. Teams are more effective than an individual. It is just obvious that two heads are better than one. Combined team resources are better. Greater probability of success is there if you have a team. Two hands get more done and they do faster. One absence does not cripple a team. Whereas if it is an individual, if he is absent, the whole thing crumbles down. One person cannot do everything by himself. He may be jack of all trades, but could be master of none. But we need masters, masters in different capabilities which are needed to work towards getting the goal done. A team is needed when diverse capabilities are needed for a task. In teams, individuals can share their strengths in complementary roles to produce meaningful results. Teams provide learning opportunities. Teams can address more complex problems. Teams offer flexibility. Teams deliver faster results. Teams don't just make us better workers, they make us better human beings. So these are the aspects which make us form a team rather than going it all alone. Unity is strength, and team brings unity and it becomes more powerful than an individual. What are the types of team? Normally, there are five types of team. One is problem solving team, then a functional team or a cross functional team, self managed team, and virtual teams. Let us discuss each of them. A problem solving teams are those teams which are formed to solve organizational problems. These are composed of 5 to 12 employees. They may be formed to take up the problems like improving quality, improving efficiency, work environment. Members can share ideas and views but are not fully independent. They can offer suggestions but cannot enforce implementation individually. Examples are quality circles formed in a organization. They are small teams of employees consisting of those who share an area of responsibility. They assume the responsibility for solving quality problems and evaluate their feedback. Then we have functional teams. The team members all perform tasks specific to the function of department. There is only one department where they work towards the departmental goal, whereas cross-functional teams are teams made from people from different departments, teams that originate from separate departments in an organization. They work together towards achievement of a common goal. Example, in an organization, you may have a product development team. They may have people from production, quality, R&D, marketing, etc. Different departments are there, but they have one goal, that is of developing a product. Then we have self-managed teams. This team is a formal group of employees that operates without a manager. Mostly these are R&D teams. They perform highly related or independent jobs and bear the responsibilities of this supervisor. They operate mostly or completely on their own without consistent supervision. Say for example, the team responsible for developing and maintaining the Linux operating system. It is an R&D work. Linux is an open source project, meaning anyone can contribute to the advancement and improvement of the software. The team comprises volunteers and professionals who worldwide who collaborate and coordinate their efforts through online communication and collaboration tools. So they are self-managed teams. Then we have the virtual teams. A virtual team is a group of workers who communicate and work together using digital tools. That is the difference. While they can be located in the same physical space, they can also come from different parts of the country or different parts of the world. Example is, suppose there is a company A, plane manufacturer. It is facing heavy pressure from competitors. So to address the issue, company A connects experts from United States, Canada, Asia and Europe to collaborate and create a new innovative plane design. So these are the different types of team. Now we have to see what team does, what is teamwork, and how we build a team. That will be the next part of our discussion. Teamwork is the work done together by members of a team. The people in the team work together in the direction of achieving a goal. Whereas team building in the workplace is the process of creating a team that is cohesively working together towards a common goal. To create this cohesive team, each member must create bonds with one another. One of the most powerful reasons for team building is to get results. Building a team involves bringing people together, while teamwork is allowing those peoples of different capabilities to work synergistically and deliver the results that may not be able to be done by individual alone. Unity is the foundation for effective teamwork, le- leading to a greater creativity and productivity in the workplace and happier, healthier teams. Now we will examine teamwork and team building. Let us first take teamwork. Teamwork is when a group of people work together towards a common goal or purpose. That is what we discussed. If each person willingly and intentionally makes the team's interest and objectives first priority and work reaches heightened levels of success, the results can make a big impact by improving brainstorming to expedite problem solving. The teamwork builds trust and thereby productivity rises as people collaborate in a better way. It creates efficiency, it increases employee engagement, it improves motivation, it increases strength of the organization as different skill sets which are complementary are integrated to work towards the common goal. Decision-making skills get enhanced, and it brings in unity. Unity is, after all, strength. Let us now watch a video which will explain and make it more clear what is teamwork and why it is needed. Let us see this video.
Hi! In this video, you will learn about the importance of teamwork in your day-to-day work within business and outside of it. Teamwork is a term used for joining the efforts of bringing members in a project or business together to achieve a common goal. The members of the team work together effectively as a group with the aim of increasing productivity and performance. In this video, we will explain the 5 reasons why effective teamwork is essential in any organization. Teamwork creates a smoother and looser structure by developing a friendly environment, where leaders are not trying to be bosses, but rather work together with members as a team. This helps build strong bonds between the members. Teamwork encourages flexibility, since by working and communicating together, teams enable different perspectives to be considered and thus allow the business to respond to change faster. Teamwork enhances problem solving by combining different solutions, abilities, and talents into one big productive unit, and allows new ideas to flourish and goals to be achieved faster. Teamwork improves productivity, since the performance and knowledge of an individual is limited compared with a group of varied skill sets. Teamwork motivates the workforce and creates a healthy environment between the team members, as which is essential given that most people spend time with their colleagues more than they do with their friends. Smart leaders encourage good teamwork and give teams the authority to take decisions based on what they see is right. Smart individuals learn how to work well within a team, since that is becoming more and more important in all fields of work. Great teamwork translates to great performance when it is managed well.
So, we have known that teamwork is very, very important and vital for an organization's success. Individual cannot perform all the tasks. So you have to have a team, and a task may involve different capabilities which are necessary for completing the task. So you have to have a people of different skill sets. But how you make a team? For Getting the work done as a teamwork, you must build a team. And now we shall be discussing team building. What is team building and how we go on to build a team. So, to achieve successful, effective teamwork, we have to build a team. Team building means uniting a group of employees who have a necessary skill sets in different people, and we have to unite them. We have to make them a cooperative and cohesive group having a sense of mutual trust, community, and cooperation, aiming to work towards a shared goal. In turn, effective team building can drive team working towards achieving high productivity, efficiency, and employee satisfaction. Why do we do team building? Team building is done to enhance performance of the workplace. Team building is done to improve work performance through joint efforts of a team members. Team building is done to bring in employee satisfaction. A cohesive team creates a more positive working environment which can lead to an increased employee satisfaction. It is required to bring innovation and creativity in the workplace. Positive team relationships encourage creativity and innovation, which can help the company to improve its product, services, and strategies. Also, it generates professional development. When a team works together, individuals can explore or reveal their talents, which might include strong leadership skills. These skills can develop, improve your workplace, and give employees opportunities for their own advancement. Lastly, the workplace culture improves if you have built a strong team. When team building drives trust, empathy, and communication, it can likewise promote feelings of inclusion, safety, belongingness, and support, and enable your workforce to embrace its diversity. So let us see how we go in for building a team. What are the steps or stages involved in the process of building a team? For building a team, this process goes through four stages. These stages are forming, that is getting started, storming, getting organized, norming, getting focused and bringing standardization in their working, and performing, that is the last stage where you start getting the results after your team has been built to your satisfaction. The last stage is adjournment, where ad hoc teams were formed for a purpose, and if the purpose is achieved, then the teams are adjourned. And if the teams are of constant, continuous nature, they continue working, but they remove and add resources as and when the team needs it. So we have seen that there are five stages in the process of team building. Now let us take each stage one by one and understand what does it mean. The forming stage is the first stage where we collect a group of people having the skill sets required for doing a job and we unite them. Laying the foundation for creating the team is selecting the members as per the requirements of skill sets needed for reaching the goal. Here we try to figure out who will do what, when, where, why, and how. All these things are established at this stage so that we have put a correct person at a correct place and he will be doing correct things at the appointed time and at a appointed place, and how he will do it is also formalized. Members are at this stage, they are not having confidence, they are shy and guarded. We have to build them into a cohesive team where people trust each other. But at the building forming stage, this is a precaution which everybody takes, and there is an uncertainty which prevails. They form, they start forming initial opinions about teammates. Productivity is not high; it is still to take off. What is happening at the forming stage? Team members are developing the mission or purpose of the team. They are selecting their team leaders. They are establishing priorities and target dates. They are identifying team resources and capabilities, that is the skill sets. They are agreeing on team roles and responsibilities. They are developing their rules and guidelines on which they will be working. After this is accomplished, we go to the next stage, that is called the storming stage, where open idea exchange is happening. Dominant team members emerge from the group, leaders develop, questions and conflicts arise as the people start interacting with each other. This stage starts when the team starts working on the initial project. Team storms the first objective. When reaching towards the goal, what should be their first step? It is decided. Team identifies the initial strengths and weaknesses amongst themselves, determines the leadership. That is, the dominant team members emerge, establishes communication guidelines, and they start in the direction of developing initial trust and working relationships. What is happening at this stage of storming? Teams establish problem-solving mentality. They begin to listen to each other. Collaboration and cooperation manifests. Members assume their roles in the team and start working towards the goal. Members resolve issues and focus on the mission. The conflicts arise and they try to resolve the conflicts to in order to move forward. They stop judging other members and start judging results and evaluating the strategies for a way forward. So these are the things which happen at the storming stage. Once this stage is achieved, we go to the norming stage. Norming stage is the stage which starts when the team establishes standards of their working, which is ingrained, repetitive, which becomes ingrained, repetitive habits. Here, in this stage, people learn how to agree or disagree, how to work together, how to build the community, how to maintain focus on the objective of the team, how to move towards the objective, how to change when a need arises based on the results and facts they have achieved. This is the stage where the team really begins to be effective team. What is happening at this stage? Cohesion and collaboration increases. Trust starts building. Members start respecting and appreciate differences amongst themselves, but do not allow these differences to cripple them. They support each other. Relationships get strengthened. Communication becomes transparent and open. System of positive and constructive feedback is installed and it becomes evident and it becomes effective. This is the stage where most of the things are happening, which is prerequisite to a good performing team. Next comes the stage of performing, which is the real stage where a team has to be built in order to really perform. At the performing stage, the team gets into action and begins performing. That is, it starts getting the things done. Members become task oriented. Teams are unified and identities are uniquely established. Morale is high, loyalty is intense, genuine problem solving efforts are leading to solutions, optimum team development happens, innovative experimentations start happening to achieve goals, team is at the top optimum productive stage, team is routinely winning. What are the actions which are happening at performing stage? At this stage, team members share a common vision and work very hastily, very quickly, and very speedily to achieve this goal. They stand on their own feet, they exceed goals and expectations, they maintain a high degree of autonomy, they make needed change automatically when situations arise based on the review and feedback of the results. Team members look after each other. This is the peak of the team building stage for which the team was formed, and it continues to perform synergistically through the efforts of the team members. The last stage in the team building activity is disbanding the team, that is, adjourning stage of group development. The team, if it is made for ad hoc purpose, like a disaster team, after they have managed the disaster, the team is disbanded. Or if it is made for a specific ad hoc purpose, and if the purpose is achieved, the team stands dissolved. But there are situations where you need team on a continuous basis. There the team continues to function, they do not adjourn, but they keep on making changes in the team by removing people, adding people based on the skill sets required as a way forward, and they continue to function. Now, these stages in team building, I am trying to refresh to you in this small video where its impact will be very clear to you how the team is built and what the team does. Let us watch this video.
Have you ever wondered how a team comes together? For most teams, they don't just happen. Today, we're going to learn about the 5-stage model of team building and the role of time in how teams are formed. The 5-stage model is the classic model of team building, and as the name suggests, includes 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. In the forming stage, team members may experience a great deal of stress and anxiety due to uncertainty about the other team members and their roles. First interactions can be cautious and tentative as team members feel each other out. In this stage, a charter can be helpful to establish ground rules and clarify the mission. A charter is simply a formal agreement that explicitly states the team's overall purpose and lays out the expectations and behaviors for each team member. It can be helpful in establishing rules for things like required attendance at meetings. Charters can reduce misunderstandings and serve as a regulatory device, because any team member that violates the agreed upon norms can be reminded of the group's commitments. As the team interacts and begins work, the second stage, storming, begins. In this stage, conflicts often emerge about the goals and contributions of team members. There may also be challenges to the leader of the group. In this stage, leaders should openly address conflict and emphasize the team's purpose and ground rules as established in the charter. At the end of this stage, the question of who will lead the team is resolved, and a team hierarchy or pecking order may have been established. However, severe enough disagreements during the storming phase can sometimes result in abandonment by individual team members or dissolution of the team altogether. Assuming the team does not dissolve during storming, the team building process then moves into the third stage called norming. In this stage, the team members form close relationships and a cohesive unit develops. Norms, or unwritten rules for what is acceptable, also take shape during this stage. For example, a team member that is regularly absent from meetings without any consequences may result in other members believing that such behavior is acceptable as well. Leaders should address any such problems directly and constructively, reminding members of the ground rules that they agreed to. Once team norms are established, the team should enter the fourth stage, performing. This phase is simply when the team begins focusing less on building relationships and more on actually achieving their team goals. For permanent teams that do not adjourn, such as work groups, this is the last phase in team building. Team members should make a point to celebrate successes and achievements along the way to achieving the team's overall goals. For teams that are temporary or have just one or two specific goals to accomplish, the fifth and final stage, adjourning, occurs. In the adjourning phase, the team finalizes their work and disbands. In this phase, it is recommended that team leaders arrange a celebration to reward members for having achieved their overall purpose.
So, with this, we are coming towards the conclusion of this episode where we have seen different aspects about team, teamwork, and team building. Having built a team and the teamwork has started, how do we know that this team is really an effective team? An effective team has some characteristics which I'll be discussing and then ending this episode. A successful team has following characteristics. There is a good communication system developed. There is transparency all around. Each member of the team is able to communicate efficiently, openly with other members of the team, and there is transparency prevailing all around. Individual talents are recognized, and the skill set possessed by the person is fully utilized, which complements the skill set of other persons. There is a team sense built of belonging. Everybody, every member of the team feels a sense of belonging to the team. There is a strong leadership which is guiding the team. The structure is very clear, roles and responsibilities are clearly defined, there is no ambiguity, there is no overlapping. The goals, achievable goals, are already defined, they are smart, and there is a inbuilt feedback system which is the backbone of the successful team. The feedback is provided at periodic intervals so that the team can strategize their way forward. And the team has a positive attitude. These are the characteristics of an effective team. Having built the team, having them work as, having them take up the teamwork, you can find out whether the team is a successful team built and working. Now we are coming to the end of this episode where we have understood the meaning of team, teamwork, and team building. We have seen their importance. We have seen the stages of team building and What are the characteristics of a successful team? With this, we are closing the section of managing the people. We have had many aspects, many principles of managing the people, which is the main thrust of facing the challenge. People are the challenge. And if we have picked up the clues from the past videos, I'm sure the budding managers will be able to work excellently and will be overcoming the challenges faced by them in the workplace. But there is one more thing, the systems. If we introduce the systems at workplace, the working gets smoothened and we get better results. We will see in the next video, which will be on the topic of turning traditional entrepreneurially run units, how to convert them into dynamic system driven professional units. This is a very, very important topic, and if we follow the system aspects into the working of an organization, the work efficiency improves and we get better bottom line and good working. Whereas emotional human bias is almost absent and the work culture improves. Please wait for my next video. If I have enthused you about the topic of workplace management, you can have further reading. My book is available on Amazon and Flipkart. You can buy your copy and read this book. This is a wonderful read. Thank you. Thank you all for listening to my lecture. This is the book which I was talking to you. This book is selling on Amazon and Flipkart. Please do read this book. It is very informative. It is very useful book, a handbook for the budding managers and budding entrepreneurs who are just entering into the workfield. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me patiently and please wait for my next video. Thank you all.